Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday. Oh my God, it's Monday, August 26th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Just got a lot of things done. You're having fun. It's Monday. It's okay. It's gonna be a great start of a new week. You can accomplish so many things. I know you're probably dragging. I'm dragging a little bit. It's Monday. I want to kick those tires, light those fires, and get this week going and sort of rock and roll. Thank you for being here on a Monday night. You got through Monday day. I'm Kruse Control. Thank you so much for being here as always. And welcome back to Kruse Control, the queen of Mondays, Miss Rachel. How you doing, Rachel? Welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing?
I'm doing great. That's our great theme song.
Yeah, just rock it out to it. I know. I'm so happy we have that. It's so cool. Thank you, Mr. Touchy Ghost out there for that. Round of applause for Touchy Ghost.
Hey, Peppy.
How you doing?
Do you like Mondays, or are you like Garfield? Do you hate Mondays?
Not feeling good. So don't
Not
piss me
feeling
off.
it. All right. You know, we all know Peppy is a Wednesday guy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why are you coming at me with this bullshit?
You gotta love Hump Day.
I know. He does love Hump Day too. Peppy, you love Hump Day,
I'm
don't you?
too sober for this.
All right, man, calm down.
I like to be the humper, not the humpy.
Peppy's having a day already. Good to see you, Rachel. Thanks for being back. Hope you had a great weekend. Also joining us back on Kruse Control, of course, it's Monday. She's back here again. Actor, writer, director, and artist of all kind, everybody. Welcome to Kruse Control, Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, how you doing? Congratulations on having a great weekend.
I did it. I had a weekend. I'm here. The weekend is over. I did it. I succeeded all through it. That's right.
Made it through.
Anything interesting since last Monday?
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
You didn't see Wicked?
Yeah, Lexi's here.
Huh?
Nothing happened?
Oh, I guess I went and saw Wicked on my birthday.
All
That was something
right.
I did. Forgot about that.
Yeah, was that fun?
Yeah, no, it was really good, but I gotta tell you, that bad ending.
Oh, that's not
Disappointing
cool.
ending. Yeah, no. But otherwise, it was excellent. I was very happy to see it. It's one of those musicals I've always wanted to see. So Rachel's killing it over here. She took me to Cats, which is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And now,
To be fair, she asked to see Cats.
I
did
always
not
wanted
want
to see
go.
it. Yeah, no.
She
no.
asked.
And I still want to see Starlight Express. So like, I'm in for more disappointment in my life, you know.
Hey,
But
it's an experience, right?
Andrew
That's for
Lloyd
sure.
Webber is not a fan of
Something.
the friend of the show.
Not
But I did like it, and I look forward to the movie. So I do want to see what they do with that. So that was
I'm
something I
excited
did.
about it.
I guess I turned 42. That's something.
Yeah. Again, another round of applause. Happy belated birthday.
I think there's another birthday boy we need to talk to, though, Brian.
Yeah.
I think there is another birthday boy here today, everybody. I think we know him. We love him. He's rocking that stone cold look, of course, everybody. Welcome back and happy birthday. A loud happy birthday to the birthday boy himself, the thirsty daddy, Mr. G.R. Waters. G.R., how you doing? Happy birthday. Woo! Happy birthday.
You only hit the big 7-0 one time.
You have a good birthday so far, GR?
Yeah, well, as you know, I'm dining as we talk.
Oh, yeah, nice. Hey, why not? You know, you got to have some birthday cake. You don't turn 32 every day, right, GR?
Yeah. Thirsty Daddy
No,
is
it's me
here.
and Jack Benny, 39.
39.
Right.
Holding.
Well, it's good to see you. Happy birthday. Happy you're here on your birthday. On your birthday, having a good time on Kruse Control. It's going to be great. Happy birthday, GR. One more time. Round of applause for GR. Happy birthday. And Lexi, happy belated birthday.
Too many Leos on your show. We're all going to try to take over, right? We're all going to try to be
It's
the one
Leos
in charge.
versus Scorpios here because we got me and Brian.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
that's
Scorpio
me
time.
and a Virgo here.
Peppy, can they take over?
I can't complain.
Yeah.
It's against the company policy.
I don't
Giant
look like a
man-eating
Virgo.
cats versus insects. I wonder who will win.
The
Who would
Virgin
win? Who's gonna win? Who knows? But happy belated birthday, Lexi. GR, happy birthday again. Happy big one. We're not saying the number. But if you want to, you can.
You want the big 7-0?
Oh, he
Really
said
do.
it. There we go. Well, thank you all for being here. Happy birthday again, GR. There's a lot going on. As always, thank you for being back in the chat. Appreciate you. It's good to see you. A lot to talk about tonight. Had a good weekend. We got through a lot of stuff, and now we're back again. It doesn't matter, though. It could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going on, Kruse Control. That is a lot of breaking news. Come on. All right, the very first thing I'm talking about is the box office this weekend. Let's talk about box office numbers. Deadpool Wolverine still rocked $18.3 million this weekend. Still going strong, doing really well, still dominating the box office on top of everybody else. Alien Romulus, $16.2 million, not too shabby still. Fetty's project is still moving forward, doing very well. But the one that everybody was talking about was The Crow at a $50 million budget. How much did The Crow make this weekend? $4.6 million. Woo! Sorry, Crow. It's time for you to fly away because The Crow is not doing that great. They expected a big hit. I mean, they're hoping for a Lionsgate, but then again, it sucks, Lexi. I can't imagine. Like, if you were actually going to be a part of this, you're probably a little bummed right now. And again, Lionsgate picked this up after it was completed. So it was like kind of like, not as high of a risk for them, but still, it's not good. And they already have the deal with the leaking or pulling back the Megalopolis trailer on top of that and having those fake AI quotes on it. We'll talk about that on Friday. Like, who's putting fake AI quotes on that movie? Like, you already got enough problems. It's like, just like release the good stuff and keep that. The trailer's still out there. You can still see it, bud.
Stuff.
Give us the good stuff. If you don't, you might get in trouble. The good stuff. Yeah. Somebody that's not having the good stuff these days is Disney, though, because Disney's being fined $36,000. Not as much as I thought it would be, but for the wrongful death of Juan Carlos from Wonder Man. Now, of course, if you remember this, Carlos was up on the catwalk, and he was rigging a bunch of the lights, and unfortunately, there was a weak area in the catwalk, which should never happen. He fell right through and hit the stage floor to his death. So now his family has been suing Disney over the whole thing, and they have like a little settlement of $36,000. I guess that's some kind of deal they made in between, so something goes to the family after the incident went down. So Disney paid it out.
Add a 0 or 2 to that. That is insufficient.
It seems like not a lot.
That's not a settlement. That's a fine. The family is still suing him for millions.
Okay, good. The family deserves more than that.
Yeah, because I mean,
fines need to be higher because these businesses, they just look at it as a cost of doing business at some point. If it doesn't really hurt them, they don't care.
Yeah, they really don't care. It's all about the buck.
Care.
It's all about the buck. Ask Netflix with this Baby Reindeer show, because apparently now they're doubling back multiple times, being like, this is not a true story at all. This is a dramatic work of fiction. And they're saying this more and more after they're being actually sued for $170 million defamation and negligence. And again, because they put that little quote in the beginning, based on a true story in the very beginning, now that's why they're getting sued, because now he's doubled back. Gad's come out and said that this is, fact fictionalized. It's based off people. It's not the actual story. So they've kind of backpedaled quite a bit. But they're still saying, attorney Richard Roth has come forward to say, hey, this is not a true story. It's based on a true story. It's based off people, but it's not actually people being represented in this project. So, and again, dramatization, guys. We'll see how that plays out in the court of law. I guess we definitely will, because Netflix needs good wins here. Netflix already got win Wednesday coming back out, because they got Wednesday season 2 moving forward. Jenna Ortega was talking about, being back on set in a recent interview, and then she was talking about how she had to get away from X, more Twitter, if you want to call it still. She had to walk away from it because they were apparently people were sending her generated pornographic images of herself as a child. Gross. Yeah, right? And she's like, I hate AI, which of course you're going to hate AI. She's like, if you're getting images of yourself, there's fake Jenna Ortega online too. You've seen her like fake DiCaprio, fake, what was the first one? Keanu Reeves. There's a lot of those, but there's one of her out there as well.
Sometimes people suck.
They do, Pep Star. They do. And then, unfortunately, though, what do you do about this? You can sue. You can try to sue, but sometimes with these AI laws are not really there yet. So she is just pissed about it. She says she's keeping her distance from X, but she does still think AI has some good to bring, but not in this situation. So she's away from it. But, she's a big star. Look at Taylor Swift, too. She's upset because of her event being canceled. But she did say at the end of the day that the Vienna shows being canceled was devastating to her. But she did say that it is better that this did happen because she'd rather have be grateful that authorities were able to fix this ahead of time, so either we're not grieving we're just grieving concerts, we're not actually grieving lives, which is a big deal because you don't want to lose anybody. Of course, there was a big terrorist attack that was planned. If you remember, we talked about that last week, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago now, where a bunch of people, 19-year-olds, were trying to get in there and like blow up the arena while Taylor Swift was actually performing. So I'm happy, she's upset about it. Of course she is. So a lot of people missed out on those concerts, but it's good that people are safe, and she's doing really well. Even her boyfriend's doing really well. Look at Travis Kelce. He's been cast in Happy Gilmore too. That's right. Adam Sandler came forward. I know, I saw that look, Rachel. Adam Sandler came forward and was like, we have a nice something for Travis, who is writing the sequel right now. Of course, he's been working on that. He leaked it, then it came out officially by Netflix. They were going to be making this movie a sequel to the 1996 hit. But he says it's going to be something that's a pretty healthy kind of role for him. We'll have to see what this means. But I'm excited.
Right on time with that sequel, too.
Right on time.
What? We were all begging for it.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Happy. Waiting for it.
Just trying to cash in on that Swift dollars because they know that everyone who likes football and everyone who likes Taylor Swift is going to go see this movie now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's going to add a lot more. People are like, oh, let's go see what's going on. It's like the fake. It's like even when people thought that Taylor Swift was going to be in Deadpool Wolverine, there were a lot of Swifties that were excited about it, but then it didn't come to fruition, of course. But just now this is like clarification. Isn't this? It might help add some more views to the Netflix show. So the movie, I should say. Again, we're just cashing in Happy Gilmore. I'm interested to see it though. It could be fun. I like Adam Sandler, and I did love Happy Gilmore. But Kelce, he's all over the place. I love
a sequel 30 years later.
30
You're
years.
You're too forgiving, Brian. You're too forgiving.
I guess I am. I'll give it a chance. I'll give Megan Thee Stallion a chance to host the VMAs. Why not? Because she's a great performer. She knows what she's doing, so why not give her an opportunity? These are still going, though, by the way. I don't know why these are still going, but whatever. VMAs are still going. September 11th in New York. We're going to have it at the UBS Arena, and she's actually nominated for 5 awards well on top of this. 5 nominations, and she'll be hosting for the very first time, so good for her. I might check it out. Probably, I don't know, maybe I'll try. I mean, I just lost hope in the VMAs. Again, who's making these videos still? I mean, VMAs, okay, I'm happy that people are still getting recognition for this, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of shocked this is still going on. I just want to see Toxic Avenger, everybody. I just want to see Toxic Avenger. I know everybody wants to see this. Peter Dinklage said it's done. It's in the can. They've had their debut, but he says that it's not giving a wide release, but he's hoping and pushing for it. He goes, he does want to see a wide release for this so people get an opportunity to see it because it got rave reviews in their debut at the Fantastic Fest in Austin. But will it get out there? I mean, some of these things low budget like this, I don't know. But I want to see it. Someone will buy it, right? Someone will put it out there.
Hulu will pick it up, or Tubi. Fucking, let's hope it's not
You
Tubi.
go have a good time,
deserves
Brian.
better than Tubi.
Yeah, I could give a fuck. I can't believe they got a remake.
You don't want to see it? That 1984 classic?
No, the original was great. Why remake that? How do you even remake it? Why big studios remaking that is beyond me. I don't like. I was there for the episode when you talked about it. You don't remake Trauma. You don't remake Trauma. Trauma is not something you fuck with. Like, what are you doing?
They don't care. They don't care. Like, it's all about money. It's all about money. Megan Thee Stallion sounds like a little pony character. A little pony character? Yeah, a little pony. A little pony. Why not?
I like that MTV is hosting the VMAs when MTV hasn't run a music video on their network since, 2004?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't even do that anymore. They even changed their branding and stuff because they went away from music videos.
When did Carson Daly stop hosting that show? That's
TRL?
The last time TRL. When that went away, that's really the last time they really had music videos on there. Yeah.
2000, maybe it was 2002 or something like that.
It's not that artists stopped making music videos. Like YouTube's got tons of music videos. I watch music videos all the time on YouTube. I'm a huge music video person.
The MTV Teen Mom Awards.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what they should be running.
Yeah, I mean, come on, rebrand a little bit.
Awards. They don't run anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say though, I'm interested to see like what happens with that Megan Thee Stallion hosting it, and the Toxic Avenger. I'm excited about too. I know Lexi or not, but I'm interested to see. I love Peter Dinklage. I don't know, might be cool. I didn't watch the original though, so maybe I'll be the new audience.
I love Peter Dinklage. I think he's great.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
It's gonna be toxic to watch.
Oh,
how about putting him in like a good movie that's like new and recent that has an original concept and story idea?
yeah, House of the Dragon. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, Peter. Sorry, man. It's interesting to see where they can go. Also, I'm interested to see where A Quiet Place goes because the new one is coming out now to streaming. If you didn't see it, August 27th, tomorrow, this is dropping on Paramount Plus. Of course, made $261 million worldwide, bigger than the first one. Prequel, so bigger than the first and second one. And this one's a prequel. So I want to see where they go with this. I'm guessing they're going to keep going with these movies. I don't know. They're going to find a way to make it happen.
Don't touch Sergeant Kabuki Man. Don't you touch that. I swear to God.
Oh, shit. Who's Sergeant Kabuki Man?
Don't you fucking touch that. I swear to God, if they touch that, I'll be so fucking pissed. Don't even fuck with that. Don't even joke about that, Queen. Now it's going to be a thing. They're going to make that now. I'm sorry to cut you off, Brian. I'm like, don't you fuck with that.
It's out there now. It's totally out there.
You've done this, Queen. Now fucking they're going to go do that now.
It'll be in production next week.
No, I know.
Yeah, it will be.
I'm here for it.
I'm so pissed. Don't you dare.
You know what I'm happy they're touching though, Lexi? Tron Ares, that's right, because Tron is coming out in 2025. We talked about this before about 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack for this. Pretty awesome. Yeah, if you're not going to have
that.
You're not going to have Daft Punk back. 9 Inch Nails is fucking awesome. But Jared Leto, right? Trent Reznor, he's been kicking ass for a long time scoring stuff. He's bringing the whole band together to make this actual score. Yep. Come together.
There you go.
I'm all about it. But also, Jared Leto doing a little press for it. He went to Disney and rode the Tron ride, the light cycle ride. So he was out there. You can see a nice picture of me. He got really stoked about it. He's like, yeah, it's coming out October 10th. I can't wait to be here. I'm back. I feel like I'm back on the grid, he was saying. We got to do this. Man, holy shit. I feel like I'm home.
Everyone loves Tron light cycle run.
Fuck yeah. I want to ride it. I want to ride it so bad.
It's super fun.
Yeah, right. Is it super fun? I want to ride it so bad. I had to go over to Florida again because they don't have it here. So I wish they did. I want to ride it so bad.
Florida or Shanghai?
I want to ride it.
I told each rider where they had to sit.
Ride a ride.
Hey. I'm excited about it. I'm excited about Tron though in general. Like a lot of stuff is lining up here. Jeff Bridges being back, Evan Peters in this too. Like there's a really good cast. Evan Peters playing a Dillinger. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna have some freaking tie to the original. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do. And the Jeff Bridges, I'm guessing, gonna be a cameo, but I'm excited. I'm excited about it. And if you're a Yellowstone fan, you're probably excited about more spin-offs, reboots, remakes. They're all spin-offs coming. But we talked about the spin-off before, Yellowstone spin-offs, Madison. But now we know, on top of Michelle Pfeiffer being in it, Matthew Fox has signed on for this. Matthew Fox is looking old, guys. Now, I'm sorry to say old. I actually like Matthew. He's looking youth deprived to me. He's looking debonair. He's looking like he's letting it grow in to show his youthfulness fading away. I don't know.
Has he grown into a quality actor?
You're great, Brian. You're just well hidden, but it's there.
Is it? I didn't mind Matthew Fox in Lost. He was okay, Jack.
The worst part of Lost. God's sakes.
That was until it was good for 5 episodes.
Nah, that show's terrible. Lost was shit.
I still enjoyed
come get you.
Yeah, I enjoyed Lost. I still enjoyed Lost. But Yellowstone, this was he's playing a character called a self-reliant bachelor who loves the outdoors named Paul. So that's right. He's coming in there, Michelle Pfeiffer. Still details for the plot under wraps. We'll have to wait and find out. But also under wraps is Bambi the Reckoning. And I can't wait to see this too. But the posters are out for Bambi the Reckoning and Pinocchio Unstrung. So we get our first looks at Bambi and Pinocchio. And the Puniverse, everybody, is running wild.
Is expanding.
I do love Pinocchio Unstrung. That's a wonderful name. I'm so here for that one's name.
And they're also calling this the Twisted Childhood Verse now too. So they're trying to get away from the Puniverse maybe a little bit as well. But come on, guys.
The Puniverse forever.
You know what you are. You made the rules. Don't break them now. You're the Puniverse. Puniverse now, Puniverse in the future, Puniverse forever. A lot of breaking
No
news, everybody.
Universe. No.
A lot of breaking news.
I don't even watch those movies, but like they're so
No, but
stupid. I
it's
can't
fun
help
to
but
talk
like
about
enjoy
it.
it.
Yeah, I'm all
They're
about it.
so lazy.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Those are worse than Asylum films from back in like the 2010s and early 2000s.
And it's such a shame because I'm sure the people who are working on them are really interesting, creative people who could put out something so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
they
yeah.
like to make weird movies, you know.
And
Make
honestly,
an original movie.
it's fascinating. Like the Tinkerbell one, too, is coming out where it's all about meth and
It's
yeah.
a bunch of fucking edgelords that are trying to cash in on a moment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's how I
Oh,
feel.
man.
Assembled together. The Pooniverse. Yeah, there you go, Edward Hyde, right? We gotta love the Pooniverse here on Cruise Control. But yeah,
Oh,
a lot of breaking
poo.
news. A pile of poo. A lot of breaking news. We got more to talk about. So now it's time, everybody, put that 1 minute on the clock for all my guests have what to say is there. Woo! Hot takes. Let's do it. Oh wait, must
I'm not saying I have all the answers here.
I don't have all the answers here. Elon, I'm sorry you came in here. I think that something got switched around, so
Don't bring him into this.
thanks. Not this time. Not yet. Maybe soon. I don't know. Elon tried to sneak in there, guys. But now it's time for those hot takes. This is that time. Put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute to break down all their hot takes for all the latest breaking news. It's like 12 topics today. Can they make before the bomb blows up, or will they not? And we'll have to find out very soon, very shortly, who will be the hot take master. It comes down to you out there in the audience to find out who wins hot takes for this evening on Monday. Oh yeah, August 26th. Can't wait to see who is the hot take master this evening. All right, everybody, who's gonna win hot takes? How's it going down? Rachel, who do you think should go first for the hot takes?
I'm gonna give my power of selection over to birthday boy GR.
Oh,
Ooh, look at that.
GR.
Thank you, dear.
How you feeling? How you feeling,
in
Jim?
that case, we have to let our expert on all these fun movies, Lexi, go first.
Oh, okay.
All right. Lexi's going first. The thirsty daddy has thrown it out there. All right, here we go. How you feeling, Lexi? You feeling good about that?
I do. And just so you know, Brian, Elon is in a lawsuit with J.K. Rowling right now. That's always something to talk about.
They're
Well,
co-defendants being sued for being assholes.
They are.
All right, Lexi, here we go. Woo, get serious, get sassy, get sexy, and get on top. Hot takes, here we go. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Disney getting fined. Fix your fucking catwalks, bud. Baby reindeer, we told you that shit was gonna get faked. That we told you that shit was gonna get all kinds of lawsuits and trouble. Jenna Ortega coming out on Quitting X. Yeah, they released pictures of her when she was like 12, nudes, all kinds of stuff. She's had to deal with that her whole life. It's a whole thing. I watched the whole thing about that today. It's a tragedy, honestly. But it's going to keep happening with AI. Taylor Swift, concert guilt. Yeah, I feel bad for you too. Travis Kelce, try to cash in on Taylor Swift. Good job, bud. Megan Thee Stallion hosting VMAs. VMAs ain't relevant. Talks Avenger, don't give a fuck. Quiet Place, those movies suck. Jared Leto on Tron Ride, Yellowstone, that sucks. Bambi Poster, whatever. And Box Office, The Crow, that movie was gonna bomb no matter what. Like, you're gonna follow that legacy up. You can't follow that legacy up. The guy died during the movie. Like, dude,
Yeah. What do you expect from that?
You can't. Like, the original Crow is such a powerhouse of Gen X. Like, that movie's perfectly cashed in on a generation. Like, this movie tried so hard to try to cash in on Gen Z. Like, that's what they thought they could pull with this. It ain't happening. They don't go to movies. You didn't. Well, and then, like, the same thing we talked about before. Where were the advertisements? I don't remember advertisements for it. The only reason I knew about this was because of Sarsgaard. If they didn't put Sarsgaard in everything, I wouldn't know about things. You know what I mean? Like, Sarsgaard is the only reason I know about half the stuff I know about. It's like, oh, Sarsgaard's going to be in it. Oh, the guy who played The ugly one or the attractive one? That's a discussion you have all the time. Like seriously, like which Sarsgaard is it? The ugly one or the attractive one? And then it's like, oh, well, it's the attractive one. Oh, I'll watch that one. Oh, the ugly one's going to be a character of some kind. Oh, okay. You know, it's like it's always that same fucking discussion. I feel really bad for the ugly one, and the good one. I mean, he's so hot and he's such a good actor, and it's like the ugly one's a great talent, like character actor, but like he's never gonna like be the attractive brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Great
hard being
Lexi!
it's hard being the
Great hot takes. You're right. It sucks to be the ugly brother. I mean, there's a lot of Sarsgaards. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
There are.
There's a lot, and their dad.
Yeah, he's been busy. That's what he's been. He's been busy.
Right.
You know, he's like, I'm just spreading my genes everywhere. That's what he was saying. Great hot takes, Lexi. Great hot takes. All right, maybe the birthday boy goes last today. What do you think? What do you think, Rachel?
No,
That's up to GR.
Between the two roses, Brian.
That's on GR. That's
Okay, GR wants to go next then. He's feeling good. He's feeling confident. He's feeling
two roses. He put the thorn between them.
all right. That's a great.
Thorny. Let's let him go.
Oh.
You can't help, Rachel, when you're thorny, you're thorny.
It did start today with cream on his face.
You're getting wild on a Monday. You don't need to wait for Wednesdays and Fridays.
I got lots of cream in this cake.
Let's talk about this.
You want to talk about that, Pepe? What do you want to talk about?
I could take that joke somewhere.
I dare you.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit!
All right, here we go, GR. Get ready for those birthday hot takes. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Well, Romulus doesn't have any legs. Deadpool's on top again. Well, there's nothing else to watch. Disney got fined. They got off easy. Baby Reindeer, the fat bitch wants money. She don't want to have to work. Gina quitting. Good. Those AI assholes, they're going to get caught, and they can be punished. Taylor did the right thing. She's glad nobody got hurt. I don't blame her. Travis, what a shock he's in the movie. Right. Megan, I hope she can do a halfway decent job. Toxic Avenger, no. Like Lexi said. A Quiet Place, I'll pass on that one too. Madison, the casting's going to be good. I'm not sure about the show. And Bambi, that's a hard pass. Ugh, trash.
Come on, the Reckoning, GR.
What did I just say, Brett? I told you, it's a hard pass.
It's a hard pass for the thirsty daddy, but not the hot takes. He got the hot. Woo! Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Taking a hot sip for those hot takes.
Yep, a hot sip. Hot sip
I
of
had to
birthday.
cool myself off. I was so.
A birthday sipple, if you will. Mm. Great hot takes, GR. Great hot takes. Yeah, but great hot takes. All right, Rachel, it's up to you now. You're the last one, but maybe the best one. You never know. We're gonna find out when we break down these hot takes.
It's such a chat.
You know? Yeah, we don't know yet. Who's gonna win today? We're gonna find out first. Oh, GR. He can say whatever he wants. It's his birthday. He's getting a little sassy. He's getting a little saucy. He's getting a little sexy. He's getting a little everything, aren't you, GR?
I try.
We're 30 minutes into the show's already off the rails.
Off the rails. All right. Hot takes, Rachel, in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
The box office updates. That's as expected. No one thought The Crow was gonna make money. Disney being fined. Like I said, if we want these fines to be effective, they need to be much, much higher. Companies need to feel it to care about it. Otherwise, it's a cost of doing business. Baby Reindeer, anyone who thought that was entirely based on reality needs to have a little reality check of their own. Jenna Ortega, You girl, get the hell off the internet while you can. Taylor Swift, like she has so much empathy for her fans, and I think some of the fans' responses to this are a little off base. She responded when she could for everyone's safety. Travis Kelce, they're getting that money. Megan Thee Stallion, let's hope it's not the second worst thing to happen to New York on September 11th. Toxic Avenger, it'll find a home somewhere. Quiet Place, didn't care about the first two, won't care about this one. Jared Leto riding that ride was really fun. Yellowstone, don't care. Bambi, don't care.
Great hot takes, Rachel.
Way to call hot.
Woo! Hot takes, hot
It's
takes.
really fun though. It was really
what?
fun. I got a chance to ride it last November. I went to Disney World, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm so
looks good.
jealous.
Yeah,
Looks
I want to
good.
go on. I want to go for a journey through the grid. Come on, you know.
It's only like a 58-second long ride. It's like really
Oh.
short, but they fit a
hate
lot
that.
of like action in it. I don't feel like it needs to be longer.
I saw Jared Leto had like his earbuds in while he was riding it. He's like, I'm listening to the grid music. He's probably listening to
They
Daft
have
Punk while he's
music,
actually riding it.
They pump in. I don't think they need to have your headphones in. Like that just seems kind of rude to the ride designers who put a lot of thought into that sound design.
Yeah. Is the sound design pretty awesome? Is it pretty cool?
Yeah, I mean it's the newest ride that's opened up down at Disney World, so it's very modern. It's got a lot going on.
Does it feel like there's some Daft Punk in there, or like rip
Is
off
there
Daft Punk?
Punk? Yeah, like is there
Yeah.
Daft Punk?
It
How much Daft Punk is there in this?
has the essence of the music of Tron.
Yeah, it's not
For
actually
which
Daft
Tron?
Punk.
Yeah, is it Daft Punk though? Like, how
Look, they
much-
retired. You can't get them to.
We
make
don't give a
Tron.
shit. They made the second movie's best soundtrack.
Yeah,
They
and
We
you
did.
expect
But-
Daft Punk and Tron
Well,
together.
how much can there be in a 58-second ride?
Right.
you signed a deal with Disney. You know Disney owns rights to those songs. Come on.
Exactly. Come on. Just stick the fucking songs from the second Tron in it. Like, we know it's there. You own it. Just shove it in.
Yeah, give me your music, boys. Yeah, that's what he says. But I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start the poll right now as GR shoves cake in.
Well, at least mine was clean.
It's true. Mine was not clean. Mine was not clean. Let us know who you think should win hot takes today. Let's go to GR first here because GR is the birthday boy right now. So I know. Do you think Yellowstone? Let's go to Yellowstone for a second. I know you watched some of that, right, GR? Do you think that this is bringing in casts like this, like Michelle Pfeiffer or Matthew Fox? Is that what they're going to be doing now, you think? Constantly, like trying to bring like these. They brought in Harrison Ford before, too. Is that what they're going to do with these Yellowstone shows now? Just like pump them full of big A-list talent?
They're gonna try. I give this thing maybe 5 or 6 episodes.
Yeah. You know, they gotta go farther than that?
No, because the original was a good show. This is just another Hollywood weak attempt at a show. Instead of doing something original, they're taking an old show and just repackaging it.
Yeah. Well, they love doing that.
I mean, I
like
love her. I love her work, but it's not an original.
No. Well, you're right. It's not an original, but I love what they've been doing with this, though, too. It's very interesting. It's like really making TV very cinematic in a lot of ways. But I mean, I watched a little bit of 1886, was it, or 1883? And I didn't really watch Yellowstone, though. So, it's
Give the daughter
interesting.
her own show from Yellowstone. She's like the best character on the show.
And now with Cosner being gone, it's like, why not we find different ways to make this work, You'd think they would, but I don't know. Rachel, what do you think about this? Taylor Swift's probably pretty bummed about the concert stuff. And do you think you're going to be seeing Kelsey Travis pop up in more shows? Is it because he's a Kansas City football quarterback, or he's not a quarterback, is he? Is he a quarterback?
No, he's a tight end.
I think he's a
He's
tight
a
end.
tight end.
He's
I'm
got
not
that
big-
tight end.
I'm not big on
Cattle
sports,
girl.
everybody. I try my best. Do you think it's that, or do you think it's like the Tay Swift factor?
For Gilmore?
Yeah, the fact he's getting all these jobs.
I mean, he was already a star in his own right. He is, I don't follow sports really all that much, but from what I understand, he is kind of one of the best in the game right now and has been for a few years. I mean, dude's won 3 Super Bowls? So, or 2 in a row at least. So that's really impressive in its own right. He's got a podcast with his brother, who I think is also a football guy.
Yeah.
Don't come after me, football people. I'm sorry.
They
I'm
will.
much more on the Taylor Swift end of the fan spectrum here. But I think definitely like I think when you bring him into a film like that, you are double dipping. You're getting the sports fans and you're getting the Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah.
So because his jersey sales went up 400% when he started dating her, which is astronomical.
Jeez.
It's insane.
Jeez.
So you've got both
The
factors.
Chiefs were excited.
He was already super popular and he's Taylor Swift's boyfriend. So like it's a win-win situation. You're getting a really broad audience pull with him.
The Chiefs are like, bring it on. I know he's probably pretty excited about it too. And then again, you're right. He was doing his podcast and stuff. He kind of did that shout out. That's why they kind of got together from the get go, right? He made a little shout out there, and then all of a sudden
he tried to give her a little friendship bracelet with his phone number on it, which is cute.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
You know, celebrities find
Young love is so sweet.
Yeah, really.
Who cares?
Love is so sweet.
Peppy. Peppy's not a romantic. That's what it is. It's not a romantic at all. You're not a romantic, man. You're not a romantic. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? You took his balls when he was real young, so he didn't really get a chance to go out and find love.
Oh, boy.
Nah.
So, Lexi, what do you think about this? You're really that bummed about Toxic Avenger? You really don't think that it has any kind of right to come out as a reboot? Like, we talk about reboots all the time. We're going to talk about reboot later on today. I can't wait to hear what you say about that. But I know we talked about before on the show, but can you see this going? I mean, it could just stay a niche audience, right? They might not take it to be a big, like, theatrical release. Do you see that happening at all? Theatrical, like massive release?
You needed Jacob for today's show. You had Yellowstone and you got Anaconda. Those are his like two favorite things. I swear to God, go to his house. It's like talks about his Yellowstone, Anaconda. I swear. My daddy made me watch that movie all the time when I was a little kid. It's my favorite movie. I swear to God. So he's got some shit to say about the reboot, probably. But no, Toxic Avenger. I just there is a tradition with Troma, and like. Where do you get off remaking a Troma film? Who remakes a Troma film? Like, where is your thought process and the logic of remaking what is traditionally bad? Like, a company whose entire philosophy... I mean, do you know who you're talking about? Like, do you know who we're dealing with here? We're not talking about a traditional film company. We're talking about Troma. Like, we're talking about, you know, why can't I think of his name? Lloyd Kaufman. Lloyd Kaufman is one of like the greatest businessmen to ever exist. His entire business model is built on cheap shit. You know what I mean? His entire film industry is built on cheap shit. It's about turning out mass-produced cheap product. Like, I have a story from when I was in effects school. My teacher, he's a good effects artist, and he applied for a job at Troma. And Lloyd was like, I can't hire you, man. I can't hire you. He's like, why can't I hire you? He's like, you're a good effects artist. I can't hire a good effects artist. And he's like, well, I can make bad effects. He's like, no. You are a good effects artist. You go get a good job. He's like, I need a bad effects artist. I need a guy who actually sucks at his job.
You are so good at your job.
He's like, I make bad movies, kid. I can't hire you. You're too good. He's like, I need an actual shitty effects artist to hire because I make bad film. And I'm like, after I heard that story, I'm like, it goes back, if you've ever read his book, it goes back to the core philosophy of what Troma stands for. Direct-to-video, cheap market films. Why are you touching that? Why, like, even if there is a cult following, even if there's a history behind it of people liking it and what have you, will he sell out? Absolutely. Kaufman will sell out. Will he sell the Toxic Avenger to make a cartoon series? Of course he did. Will he sell it to make toys? Of course he will. He was selling things to make money. That was the whole purpose behind it. He knew what he was doing. He's a shrewd businessman. Business. Understand that Troma is business before content. Content was intentionally bad.
In that case, doesn't a remake make the most sense because he's selling the rights of it and we'll get residuals from a remake?
No, because he's not getting he's not getting a kickback from it. There's some sort of thing around it. I don't know what it was. There was a rights issue around it, and he lost some sort of stuff for it. He's not getting a kickback from it, which I would say I agree with you on that. I'd say, Lloyd, if you're getting something from this or whatever, but Lloyd always wants his hand on it. When you understand that Lloyd
Very
owns it.
handsy.
Lloyd's
Lloyd's a
it.
handsy man.
You understand? Lloyd owns 100% of everything that Troma owns. Do you get that?
Russian hands and Roman fingers. Is that what you're saying?
Like, there's no one else who owns Troma
Sure.
except Lloyd. So Lloyd's profits are 100% Lloyd's. Lloyd has taught people throughout the years how to be indie filmmakers and how to like do this yourself. I don't understand this idea of taking it to the next level of a Hollywood big budget film. That's where my issues come in. It's about the money being spent on it. It's about the production behind it, the large amount of actors being put into it, the advertising budgets being put into it. It's about the fact that it defeats the purpose of what a Troma film is. And it defeats the history and lineage of what the history of the Troma history film is. I don't see a point in this. It's not really like supposed to be that. And so I just don't.
You're not for it. So this is just not the world.
It's a tradition that you don't break away from, where I understand its purpose is to make money. It's also like, yeah, but not this way. If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's not. Yeah, I get it. And now it's taking it being like a niche kind of deal to be like blowing it up now and trying to make it something that was never meant to be initially. But that's kind of fun. It's a bigger audience for people.
Lloyd already made his money on that. Make another thing. Lloyd would tell you to make something that costs just as much and make it shittier and make just as much money off of it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, dude, it's all with Toxie. Like, fuck that shit. You don't need to make more money on that.
No. Well, they're going to do it, though. I don't see it going full theatrical. I do think, like what Rachel was saying earlier, it'll go like on a Hulu or Disney, probably not Disney Plus, but probably, Paramount or something like that. We'll find a home someplace. Crackle. To be or not to be. There's like the horror one. What's it called? It's the slasher one. I can't. Yeah, it might be on Shudder, something like that. But we'll have to wait and find out.
Shudder does pick up some shit.
The Shudder, Shudder don't care. Shudder don't care at all.
We used to have a Shudder subscription.
Shudder gets some beautiful films too. That's the thing. Yeah, some really interesting films.
They take anything. They take the good, the bad. They take it all.
Well, we have to wait to find out if Shudder will take it.
All their other weird stuff.
Or somebody else will take it. But you know what we have to wait longer for? That's a winner of Hot Takes. So we do have a winner for Hot Takes, everybody. So I've sent in the chat and the poll. Now we know. Well, I know who won Hot Takes. Thank you so much for voting. But let's find out right now. Who is the Hot Take Master of Ceremonies for this Monday, end of August? Our winner of Hot Takes is Miss Lexi Koval. Lexi, congratulations. Lexi wins Hot Takes.
You love me. You love me.
I'm back, baby.
I'm back.
Woo! Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Across the board, congratulations. Thank you, everybody. Great hot takes. Great hot takes. And thank you all for voting. Great hot takes. It's a lot of fun. But there's something else that it's just odd to me, but it makes sense of something that's been blowing up on the internet. And now Michael Bay is taking this project and developing a TV show, TV series, a movie series. There's a bunch of people behind it. And I want to talk about, Skibidi Toilet. Can we talk about Skibidi Toilet? We have to. GR says, let's talk about Skibidi Toilet, everybody. Digital video game shorts and in games out there. Skibidi Toilet. Ahead to in the future, we're talking about long form content coming forward. No short term anymore. TV and film treatment created by Michael Bay, and they're pushing it forward. Now they're getting the rights for it. Paramount Pictures president Adam Goodman's also behind this, former president. He wants to make this happen. Of course, at like 46 million subscribers, something like that. It's insane. It blows my mind. Because of that, it was all based off this, like in 2023, released a video of this head popping out of a toilet and singing a little song. And then all of a sudden, now you have like a whole post-apocalyptic world where there's men, like there's like I guess human beings in toilets that are androids, and the androids are it's crazy. But in February 7th, 2023, this actually came out with Alexei Gersimov released this, and now it blew up his whole platform, and we're getting this. There was like 70 like 1 to 5 minute epic series, these like little videos, and it's an infinity escalating war between the toilets and the cyborgs. So there we go, toilets v cyborgs. But it's like the toilet cyborg style. It's wild. But then again, stuff like this on social media does blow up, on YouTube does blow up, and they're entertaining. And they're thinking about making an animated
with the children, as they
the
say.
children. Yeah, the children love toilets, but they want to make this like a hybrid animated live action. I don't know. 43.5 million subscribers. I was off a little bit. 43.5. But Skibidi Toilet is coming to a screen near you. Yeah, I never heard of this before. Lexi told me about it, and I went online, I'm like, oh my God, this has a following. And of course, when you have like 43.6 million subscribers, that's just asking for a big studio to come in and make something out of it. It's original, it's very original, and again, it's just based off of one little idea that just snowballed into this whole concept of this different kind of post-apocalyptic toilet cyborg war. And I have no idea. Like, it's interesting, it's different, so I'm like, yes, let's go for it. Michael Bay. They're saying something like his next Turtles project, like, oh, he's gonna make it like we're gonna have merchandise, we're gonna have comic books, we're gonna go into this world, we're gonna make it everything, we're gonna have T-shirts like Spaceball, the T-shirts, it's gonna go nuts. It's gonna beat the Pooniverse, everybody. That's their hope. That's their dream. Will it happen? I don't know. I mean, you don't really have that Pooniverse.
More old and out of touch than when I learned that this is what the youngs are into now. Like
Rachel, are you excited about this at all? This makes sense that Michael Bay would do this?
I am broken by this concept. I understand that not all media is for me anymore. I'm in my 30s now. I need to pass the torch to the they don't market to me anymore. I am marketability irrelevant anymore. They want the youngs. So you go ahead and you get the young. If this is what's gonna get them, oh no, I am the toilet. Oh no, Skibidi, no.
Right in the middle of it.
This is not giving Riz. The aura here is bad. This is Ohio. I'm throwing out all the young slang that I've learned on TikTok.
Skibidi bop 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 bop. Skibidi bop bop bop.
So, Lexi and I were like, "What the fuck even is this?" So we pull up like a compilation of like the first 3 or 4 Skibidi videos, and we just sat there in stunned silence, not understanding what the hell was happening.
Yeah.
And I feel like this happens to every generation. There's something, I'm sure, GR, you saw something when your kids or grandkids were watching it and you went, what the fuck is this? I am reaching that point in my life now.
Skibidi don't.
The club.
Skibidi don't.
Skibidi don't. And having someone like Michael Bay attached to this is insane to me. But at least there'll be cool explosions.
It's my favorite.
Cool explosions, a lot of lens flare.
If this is what the youth wants and what they will enjoy, let them have it. Who am I to come in and rain in their parade? I'm not here to shit in their Skibidi toilet. They can enjoy.
They're gonna add some kind of young 18-year-old girl to be running alongside the toilet face creature floating in the sky.
Oh my gosh, she'll be there with
maybe Mark Wahlberg will be the Skibidi head. It'll be Mark Wahlberg in a toilet.
Michelle will be the toilet.
Hey, let's go. We get out of here. And he'll be like in a toilet floating around. Skibidi, what are we doing? What are we doing? Before I go to Lexi, I'm going to go to GR fast here. GR, is this a Skibidi do or a Skibidi don't for you?
Skibidi do.
Skibidi flush is what that is.
Do you see any kind of entertainment value at all in this, GR?
Not only no, but fuck no.
Come on, GR. I mean, all the heads
all popping out of a toilet. You know, where's the entertainment value in that? It's not funny. It's not serious. It's just, in a word, one word will cover it all. Stupid.
GR is not going to theaters day one to watch Skibidi Toilet.
How about never?
It's not garbage. It's sewage. We've covered. There's a toilet here.
There's this is sewer talk right now, everybody.
Lever on the toilet, just push it down and get rid of them.
But some people might be excited about this. Again, 43.6 million people have been watching these.
3.6 million stupid people on this
Yes.
in our country, in the world.
What can I say? I mean, somebody that sells something and makes it actually successful, you got to give them some kind of props. Okay, Lexi, let's go to you. You've been wanting to talk about Skibidi Toilet. I get it. I get
Lexi's
why
a big
it's
Skibidi
being
fan.
made. Big Skibidi fan. I get why it's being made, but like, where do you go? Is this going to be like a epic series, 3-picture deal with a spin-off series that takes place like Skibidi side stories? Like, what are we gonna get with this, Lexi? What can Michael Bay bring to this franchise to make it successful on the big screen?
So, Skibidi Toilet. I heard about this a while back. Like, I'm someone who is very interested in all of the internet's culture. I'm going to take a bit of time here, if you don't mind. If you're familiar with Coco Melon is also a YouTube thing. I don't want to go into a big thing, but the thing that makes Coco Melon successful, it's a psychology thing, right? So
Coco Melon is for those of the audience who don't know what it is. It's entertainment intended for like toddlers.
right.
Oh.
And the people who are creating internet content for kids right now, if you understand the history of children's entertainment, there's a lot of laws and rules and restrictions that were created throughout the years that make children's entertainment that is made specifically for the television and theater. There's a certain very strict rule set you have to follow. There's a certain education level that has to be in there. There's a certain degree of pacing that things have to follow in order for attention spans to be created for kids to have educational level attention spans. I don't know if that made sense the way I said that or not. But there's a way that you pace stuff, okay? Like, think about the time frame that you pace things, anywhere from 3 to 5 seconds, right? If you pace the amount of time that you're showing somebody something and you're constantly moving things on the screen. So, for instance, with Coco Melon, the pacing is always, the shot is always moving and they're always cutting. So every 3 to 5 seconds, there is a continuous cut of the action and there is a continuous pacing of things. And so what this does is, with your mind as a child, it builds a level of attention span where you can ingest content in a rapid fire succession, if that makes sense. So what would be something for like an adult like GR, and I mean this sincerely, like at GR's age and level, the way that he was raised and the way that content was given to him throughout the years, his developmental rate of how he has been taught to ingest content, he wouldn't ingest content the way that like a kid who's been raised on Skibidi Toilet or Coco Melon would ingest content. So kids are being given things like Skibidi Toilet, the rate at which Skibidi Toilet moves, specifically the frame rate, the content, the timing, the pacing. Each one of these are 15 seconds long, approximately.
It's the extreme short form content.
Right. There is something about that basically fucks with a kid's head, and sort of creates a sort of ADHD almost, like can kind of creates like sort of ADHD symptoms like them. They're not exactly ADHD, but you'll get what I'm saying with that sort of comment. And so Gen Alpha is an iPad generation. They're giving these kids a lot of
I can't read it, but I do see that it is a toilet.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's his Skibidi Toilet. So
Do you remember the disco era?
I've heard about it.
Advertisement for a club, a group of clubs called Bobby McGee's.
I think I know what you're talking about.
We back in Vegas, we had a bar called the Double Down where they serve shots of what's called ass juice in little toilet shot glasses.
I remember
Well, they
that.
used to serve drinks in this one at a
Ass juice?
disco.
Yeah. But going back to like kind of what I was saying,
Sorry,
so the way
I had to show
no, you're totally cool.
Well, it just shows you that toilets aren't an original advertising shot.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
As long as people have been shitting in toilets, we've been laughing at toilets.
Skibidi, yeah.
Absolutely. In fact, I saw for Halloween they put all of the Universal monsters on toilets and sold them
Yeah,
at like
I like
stores.
Michael's. They
Yeah,
have like
Michael's,
shitting
yeah.
monsters. And Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe.
Shitty monsters. That's cute.
Yeah. So, but the way that Gen Alpha ingests entertainment, basically, I know Coco Melon now has like a huge brand deal. Like, there's a lot of Coco Melon content out in the world, and that you can buy it at like Target and stuff like that. So that's something that came out of YouTube. That's not a network television thing. Blippi is something that also came out of YouTube. But Blippi, you know, he also
Brian's
paid.
secret alter ego.
Yep.
But he does. But if you pay attention to how Blippi paces his content too, it's the same thing. It's rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid fire. So when we go to Skibidi Toilet caught on with kids, and kids were losing their shit about this. They love it. And if you're in schools, kids in the schools are like, yeah, I love this. This is my favorite thing. And they were all just going nuts for this. And it became a big thing. And the creator's Russian. And he made it with Counter-Strike mods. So it's made with like, you know, the old Counter-Strike video game mods. So he's not even using any kind of like, you know, he's self-created using a video game mod. He's just using the mods and he makes his content. And it's actually full of like political content. It's not really for kids. It's not really like, it's weird. It's weird that
it's really for anybody. I think it's
I don't really think it's for anybody.
Western European surrealism type art projects that happened to get a misunderstood audience.
Right. And hearing you talk about the story from it, Brian, the story that you've talked about, kids came up with that story, because if you look at it, I don't see any story in it at all. I don't see any story, I don't see any whatever, but like they have told me, kids have told me the story. Kids have said, yeah, this is what's going on and this is how it is. And it's like, so the kids have like watched this.
Can't we see how this maybe, I'm going to go on a walk here. Kids' brains are developing to process thoughts faster because of short form content. And they are also using creativity to engage with the content. So, in a way, isn't this just kind of a next form of sort of children's entertainment? Because, like,
it eliminates aspects of the play, though. It eliminates the toy. It eliminates the hand creativity. It eliminates certain aspects of what are important.
Oh, I'm not saying it should be their only form of entertainment, but, like, is it as evil as us olds are making it seem?
But it's really targeting kids. Like, this seems like a weird thing to target. But I guess potty talk, I guess that's what people like, you know, kids like. So
I don't think it was targeting anybody. I think kids found it.
I think Coco Melon's a little bit more appropriate for a kid. I think this is really inappropriate for kids. And I think the guy who makes it, especially if you watch, remember that thing I was watching with you about the Russians? I don't know if you remember that, Rachel, about the guy who made that thing about going and blowing up Putin and going and blowing up Russia and all that kind of stuff. He made this like 30-minute video and he had to take it down. That's the guy who made Skibidi Toilet. That same guy who made that 30-minute video. And he also doesn't believe in what Ukraine is doing either. And he also made anti-Ukraine content. And he's also made anti-American content. And he's also made anti-whatever content. So like the guy who made it's kind of just insane. Like he's just out of his mind insane. And he's using, you know, CS mods to make this content. And he has full access to creating it. And so he's about to make a lot of money. And I'll be honest with you. I see the meaning for Michael Bay. Do you remember the episode of South Park when Michael Bay was talking about how he makes his movies? And he's like, it's all like, whoa,
yeah.
That's how he pitched it. He was like, we're going to have toilets.
It's going to be like these toilets. And it's like, and I was like, you know what? I want this movie. I want this movie so fucking bad. I'm like, Michael Bay wants to make this movie. Michael Bay wants to make a movie about flying toilets that launch missiles and fight people with cameras for heads. I am so fucking here for
this
movie.
Is our generation's fault,
movie. I want this movie so fucking bad. He's gonna get $1 million. He's gonna get $100 million.
Oh, $100 million, 150 maybe.
He is Michael Bay. I want to see $100 million spent on a stupid fucking 15-second cartoon movie. Based on that, I want to see the toy line. I want to see the shirts. I want to see the madness that comes from this. I want to see kids walking
You know
around.
what? Michael Bay kind of looks like the Skibidi guy. They have a very similar facial structure.
I want to see Michael Bay's head as the head on the toilets. I want this movie more than any movie. When this movie gets made, I will stand in line first thing and go see it. I will.
You are
give
on your
this
own,
money.
babe.
I don't know about this.
I will make Rachel go watch this movie because she has no choice.
Alexi, you can have my spot in line too.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but this might be a Skibidi not for me. I don't know.
I have plans
We'll watch
I really
Tron
do.
and Skibidi Toilet. Those are my two films I'm looking forward to. Look at that TVs for heads.
Boy.
This looks insane. I can't wait for this movie. I can't wait.
Yeah.
You know what? What have you seen that's more
What
original?
is she drinking there, Rachel?
It's very original.
I haven't seen anything that's more original than the last. I would rather see this than anything from the fucking
Right, David Banner.
The Pooniverse is less original than this.
What makes more money, this or Pooniverse? This probably makes more money, right?
But honestly, there is an
will
argument to be
make
said
money.
that kids won't go see it because even though it's for them, it's content based on something they like. They like short form. They're not going to sit down for 2 hours and watch this.
People who are high will go watch this.
Yeah. I agree. And big budget.
Every kind of drugs to go see this. Acid, mushrooms. This is for you.
Sanity will prevail and they'll cancel this movie. Queen. We'll see. I mean, Michael Bay put a bunch of money into it.
At the end of the day, though, Coco Melon, Skibidi Toilet, all of this is our fault, Lexi. It's all millennials' fault. Our peers we don't have kids, but our peers are putting their kids in front of this content and not monitoring them. And that's our generation's fault. This is the one time, GR, your generation can say that we fucked up.
This is not the first time.
It's definitely the most solid argument. There's other times too, but this one, we didn't kill chain restaurants. We didn't kill all these other industries that we didn't have the money that boomers think we killed. In general, the not specific people, but this time, boomers were right. Boomers were right. We did this.
Skibidi did.
We made a mistake once, you know. The only time we thought we made one.
I'm just not super stoked about this like Lexi is. I'm not sold on it. I'm Skibidi not.
She's going to stand in line. I think she's going to be standing in that line by herself.
Yeah. I will say this though, there's an audience for it. There definitely is at 43.6 million subscribers. There's definitely an audience.
That's so big. That's I mean, it's not Mr. Beast big. Man, fucking Mr. Beast has some impressive goddamn numbers.
And I mean, from 2020 from 2023 till now, that's quick to get that many. It's like a year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like 43.6 million. That's why this movie's happening. Even if people
with trend cycles being so fast as they are these days, this is going to be out before the movie comes out. People aren't going to care about this anymore, but it will get made.
It will get made.
Skibidi Toilet has been popular for longer than you think it has. It's been popular for over a year now.
Yeah.
And I've been hearing about it for longer than I wanted to. I know, it's longer than it should be, and it's like the guy's been making too much money on it. It's not like one of these. It's not like Hawk to a Girl. It's not like, you know.
Well, no, because
I think you're right. By the time they get the film cast, made, post-production finished, the kids will be on to something else.
Something else.
Yeah, I mean, they're.
What? Huh?
Oh man, I like Skibidi when I was 9 years old, but now that's so lame.
That's so yesterday.
Right. I think Ohio is the word they use for uncool. Yeah. It's so Ohio. What the fuck did Ohio do to any of you children?
I lived in Ohio. I can tell you it's worthy of getting
Ohio do? I don't know, but Skibidi do, according to Michael Bay, Skibidi do, Skibidi won't stop it. Skibidi's happening. Skibidi Toilet's coming. So get ready for that. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold.
I genuinely think.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think you'll be surprised. I mean, okay, you're gonna say this, but what about fucking Five Nights at Freddy's?
Five Nights at Freddy's kind of flopped because they made it 10 years too late.
I'd agree with that. I could have made it sooner. It would have made more money, but it's getting a sequel.
Ugh.
So I don't know what you're talking about. It made money. It did well. It didn't do terrible.
But that was also a game series that started in 2013 and had 5 games.
A game series based on a pop scare. Like, that's literally all the fucking thing is. It's not even a game. It's barely a game.
This is barely a show.
When it came out, the first game was fine.
What is with the content that kids watch and play these days? Like, Five Nights at Freddy's and this shit. Like, I'm sorry, like,
it's not kids these days. They came out
fucking fucking like all this stuff. Like, it's none of it. Like, it's not fucking content. Like, it's barely content.
They need great content like we had back in the day, like when we had Anaconda. Right? And we're gonna get a reboot of Anaconda, everybody. So let's talk about Anaconda. Woo! Our latest reboot of the day is Anaconda, everybody, coming back with apparently Jack Black and Paul Rudd up to be the leading, actors in this project coming forward. Going back to the jungle to fight the biggest python snake, slithery being out there, the Anaconda. And the original one, it's been a long time since I've seen this one, but it's very interesting. Of course, it's just pretty much a premise. They go in the jungle and there's this big snake they're trying to hunt down, and then everyone dies pretty much. But Sony's making this. You got the original. There's a lot of people come back from the original, like 97 version for like producing wise. You had Jennifer Lopez in the original one. You had John Voight. You had Owen Wilson. You had Ice Cube. I mean, it was crazy. But does this need to happen now? I'm guessing they're going to lean into the comedy and try to make this something like, but more fun. It was like a comedy. You get.
I was just gonna say, is it a fucking comedy? Like,
it looks like a comedy. You got Jack Black. You got Paul Rudd. This seems like a comedy to me. This doesn't seem like it's going to be a serious film.
Not a comedy. Like,
not at all. I hope it's straight as heck and there's no humor. I would love to see two like very, very funny actors not be funny.
I just can't imagine that with this, though, with casting these two. I mean, you might as well throw Zach Galifianakis in here, too, and see what happens, I just don't see this being serious.
First dramatic role. It's all drama.
It's all straight drama.
Rachel, would you check this out as a reboot? Is this a good reboot? And do you think it'll be like you're saying, serious?
Big Snake. I think I haven't seen the original, I don't think. I don't, maybe I did. I don't care. Remake the Big Snake movie. I love a big creature movie. I love a creature feature. I think they're fun. Do it. Anaconda already screwed itself with as many sequels as it made, so no one was taking it serious. This is basically Sharknado with a snake. It's fine.
That's the follow-up movie that really sucked.
Yeah.
Jared's like, it was not good.
You're gonna make shitty sequels. You've already devalued your series. Remake it.
Well, Anaconda wasn't bad. I mean, it wasn't. We're not talking, Gone with the Wind quality, but that Anaconda Offspring, the one you put up, Brian, that thing sucks so bad. I think I made 5 minutes of it. It was like, oh my god!
You tried though. You tried.
What I care about are the ones associated with Taylor Swift announcing Reputation Taylor's version. When's it coming, Tay?
Oh, there you go. Well, GR, what do you think, though? Will you check this out? Is this the reboot necessary?
In a word, I don't think so. That's a couple of words, but
you don't see it at all, huh?
Not with that casting to start with.
Yeah, you're not about that, huh? You don't think that's gonna be good?
Look how terrible that CG is. Fine.
That just looks like my ex-wife again. How do they keep putting her in these movies?
Hey, she's very busy. She's very busy. But look at this. You got Paul Rudd. You got Jack Black. How can it not be a comedy, GR?
Well, that's why I said the casting. This is not a comedy movie.
Yeah, I know. It shouldn't be.
Well, if it is, then it's really going to suck.
Is anybody excited about this? GR doesn't seem like he's excited about it. Rachel's not excited about it. Lexi, are you excited about Anaconda coming back as a reboot?
Hell no. I hated the original. I saw that shit in the theater, and I was like, man, this movie sucks. And then Jacob was like, that's one of my favorite movies. I love that movie so much. And I was like, Jacob, you're a fucking idiot.
I mean,
actual friend of
I
the
love
show,
when you do the
KJ.
voice,
friend of the show. If you're watching or listening out there, K. Jacob.
Oh, he's listening. He knows. And he's going to be like, I swear to God, Lexi, that's my favorite movie. Why you got to talk shit about my favorite movie? I watch that shit with my daddy all the time. And you got to make fun of my favorite movie I watched with my daddy. It's got John Voight in it. You know John Voight's a good actor.
John Voight is a good actor.
John Voight's a good actor. Doesn't mean he's in a good movie.
He's been in some stinkers, though.
Yeah, the original film was terrible. I mean, what's that? Got like an early generation CG for the snake. I mean, it looks terrible. I don't even know if it's green screen. I think it's still blue screen, the early generation.
100%.
Like, I mean, that came out when I think I was still living in Florida. So I don't even think I was in Nova Scotia. Like, I'm saying that because I'm like, I think
you got
it was
some
like
big snakes in Florida.
The 90s. Like, I think it was like 97, 98 era, like that came out. So I don't even think it was like before, because Matrix was when things go to green screen, right? So that's like 99. Yeah. So it's like, it's still blue screen, and they're still using that early generation CG. So I know there's like some practical snake effects in there, but the vast majority of it just looks terrible. So everything looks like it's floating and offset. And I'm not complimenting the film. I mean, if you want to reboot something, a 90s movie that had bad CG is definitely something worth it, but it wasn't a good film. And it came from that era where they were just making like large animal films, like Placid and
got them creature features.
The big shark.
I haven't heard that one in a while, Rachel.
It's just
long time, right?
I don't know what it is with America. America loves just making like big animals. Like we don't really make.
Watch out for the snake.
We don't really mutate them. We don't make like
1950s style creature feature. Film
I don't like that shit.
Actual size spider on a miniature set and blue screen everyone in looking terrified. It's great. Give me.
There's only one giant animal remake that I want, and that's Night of the Lapins. You know what I'm talking about, GR?
The big old bunnies.
With the giant bunnies. Night of the Lapins. The one with the giant rabbits.
I have never heard of that.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. The giant rabbits come in and eat a town, and they use this wonderful stock footage of these adorable bunnies hopping by these little miniaturized sets of like farm equipment and stuff, and the bunnies will come into people's houses and eat people and stuff. They're like, wee! And stuff.
Love it. That's exactly what kind of big animal movie I want.
And I'm also a big fan of Food of the Gods. Food of the Gods is one of my all-time favorite series. Like, big fan of Food of the Gods.
They need to make the snake bigger this time.
But like Food of the Gods is so much better than like Anaconda and that shit. Like they did so much better. Squirm's one of my all-time favorites. Like I would love to see a redo of Squirm. Why not redo the
let's get to the Blob. I like the Blob.
It's about time for the Blob.
I thought we were doing the Blob. Didn't we talk about that on here?
Yeah, we did. We did talk about that. Yeah, the Blob.
Yeah. I thought that we were doing that one.
We had our Blob dance party that we couldn't put on YouTube.
No, I like the original Blob.
I know. It sucks we couldn't do it.
I think a remake of Frogs would be really fun. Frogs is a really great one.
I like the one with the big ants. Big fan of big bug ones.
Well, which big ants? There's H.G. Wells, right. Empire of the Ants. Then there's the one They. I mean, there's all kinds of giant ant ones, and the giant ant films are all excellent. There's not one bad giant ant film.
Just ants with the Z.
I'll be honest with you. Empire of the Ants would be an excellent one to see, where the queen has taken over a town and it's making the people collect sugar for her.
Big
that was
ants
such a good
scared.
movie.
Can't go more than 10 seconds. Can't go more than 10 seconds. Yeah. Anaconda, I'm more excited about the Blob. Anaconda, I get it. They're trying this. Maybe they'll make it. I think it's going to be a comedy. I'm putting it out there. It's going to be a comedy. Will that work? Maybe it will work. Maybe it'll be like Land of the Lost. And Land of the Lost didn't work at all. Like they tried.
Why?
Do you believe in love?
Does Jack Black have to keep being in these?
Good job, Brian.
Like he did.
I give it 5 minutes into the film until they play Welcome to the Jungle.
Right.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
It's like Jack Black did like King Kong, and now he's just like can't stop making these like movies where he keeps going to jungles. I'm like, can you stop? You're not. Every time he makes those, they're bad. They all fail. King Kong was a fail. I think he was in Jumanji, wasn't he? And didn't that fail?
Yeah. Those did great. Jumanji. Both of those did awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, they made a lot of money on the first one. Then the second one was called Welcome to the Jungle, and they tried to use Guns N' Roses in there quite a bit. And I don't think it was as good, but it was fun. They still made a lot of money, but they were like switching avatars, and so now they're playing different characters, you know? So that made it more interesting. But like, the first one was great. I liked it a lot. It was definitely different. But then again, they had ties to to the original one with Robin Williams. They had a bunch of ties to him too, because they're actually in the game.
Great movie. Original
Jumanji.
The original's too good. I just don't see a point. I like
I
Zathura. Nobody talks about Zathura. I think Zathura is much better.
That was a lot of fun too. Yeah, I think they did pretty well, didn't it?
Zathura was excellent. It bombed, but it was great. I mean, just because it didn't do well doesn't mean it wasn't a great movie.
It was like Jumanji in space, pretty much.
Jumanji in space. Yeah, it's got Dax Shepard.
Yeah, I love Dax Shepard.
Yeah.
He's such
It's so good. Awesome. That's a great movie. I love it.
I gotta tell you, Dax Shepard got fucking jacked. I was surprised
Dax
how
Shepard?
big he might as well be called Jacked Shepard. I tell you, I worked with his wife Kristen Bell like a couple months ago. She's nice, sweetheart. But he'd drive up on his motorcycle, and I'm like, just pull up on set on his motorcycle and gets out. I'm like, what the hell happened to Dax Shepard? He's been fucking eating chicken and lifting weights all day. That's all I know. I'm like, damn, Dax.
Bell right now is doing a revival of Reefer Madness in LA. So if you get a chance, you should see it. Great show.
All right, man.
GR, let's go.
Did you ever see Dax Shepard movie that he made for his car?
No.
He made car? He has a Lincoln Continental that he made that he put a NASCAR crate engine in. It's like the sickest car I've ever seen in my entire life. And he specifically made a film to feature this car in the film and make the car the hero car of the film. And he made this whole film just to feature this car in it. And it's this like old 50s, like the Cadillac with the suicide doors that he put a NASCAR motor in. It's the sickest car. The movie's not very good, but the car's sick.
Well, it's a premise for you. Hey, it's something original. It's like, let's showcase this car. He probably wanted the car so bad he bought it and then wrote it off for the production so he could have it.
He already owned it. He just made the movie to make the car because it was his own personal car.
Maybe he got a bunch of money for it. Maybe he got like a little write-off for it so he gets more money back for the car. But it was a good movie though, right?
Dax Shepard's one of the biggest car people in the world. Like, he was hosting American Top Gear for a minute.
Yeah, Top Gear.
Yeah, that.
No, Jay Leno's the biggest car buy.
Jay Carlin is the biggest, but Dax Shepard is close behind him. Jay
Leno's got more money than Dax Shepard.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Leno's.
Well, you don't have 538 cars and not have some money.
Right.
Yeah. I gotta say this. So this Anaconda that's becoming slid the theaters pretty soon here. I think that they make it a comedy. I'm gonna say they're making a comedy. This kind of caliber of actors, where they're gonna go for. I can't imagine it being a drama. I think they're gonna try to make some fun out of it, maybe. And will that work? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and find out. But these two are going forward with this. Will it be great? You let us know what you think. Anaconda, though, reboot of the day, everybody. You can't stop it. Can't stop these reboots in Hollywood. A bunch of thumbs down. I'm kind of like this. I'm interested.
I'm indifferent.
I'm indifferent about it.
Well, you just care, Brian, because it gives you a chance for some work.
It's true. Let's get me in there. Let's go. I would love to audition for Anaconda. I'll run from a CG snake all day. Come on.
You and me both. I mean, I'm in there. If it's work, I'll be in it.
Yeah. Hell, I just submitted an audition for Young and the Restless today. I'll do anything, guys. Put me on the screen. Let's go.
They want GR to be the snake.
Anything. GR could be the snake. Maybe Pepe could be the snake. Okay, we're going too far. And the question is, are they going too far by bringing back Ted Lasso after it's been so great? But right now, it looks like we're getting to season 4 of Ted Lasso. So let's talk about that in our featured story of the night. I love Ted Lasso. I think they did a great job with this show. I mean, Jason Sudeikis, what he made from going to be a personality, like a character he made for SNL for like on SportsCenter to making this hit show that's brought a lot of heart and joy to people's lives. Well, the 4th season might be happening now because they haven't officially announced it, but they're actually going and getting the cast and putting them on deals right now. So once that starts happening, it seems like we are moving forward. But 3 original cast members have been signed on to come back. Hannah Waddingham's been attached to it. Brett Goldstein's attached to it, and Jeremy Swift, who of course played Higgins. So you have Roy Kent, you got Higgins, and you got Hannah coming back too, Richmond owner Rebecca Walton. So you have them coming back, and on top of the reaching out to other cast members, the actual football players, and if they're trying to make sure if their deals have run out, because there are all these deals they hold on for a little time after the show's done. If they are run up, they are renegotiating with them right now. On top of that, Jason Sudeikis apparently has been talking to them. So this is moving forward. A big notification will come up big announcement, I guarantee, within the next week. But the fact they're actually signing people back on, looking at old contracts, it's all pointed at going that way. Now, it'll be a spinoff. It could be. They did set it up for a little spinoff at the end. It could go really well. But I think we're going to have everybody come back in some form. Maybe it doesn't start with Ted Lasso being there, but he has to come back for something. They're going to find a way if they are moving forward. But the question puts it out there. It was a good finale. It was what?
I don't know the character name. The blonde in that picture.
Yeah, Waddingham.
They interviewed her on Channel 5 this morning about
what was she saying about it?
Well, she couldn't say it, but she said it. Basically, it's coming about. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Once you sign them on like this and you get these deals moving forward, it's like the writing is on the wall. The fact they're going after all the cast members, I guess Jamie Tart plays Jamie Tart. He's got another show too, so they're not sure they'll have him come back. But good news for the actors, they're going after them all and trying to get him back for the show. I think it's great for it. It's a fun show. It has a lot of heart. But you're always worried about, like, as Jason Sudeikis said too, it's like he ended it a certain way. They had a plan to end a certain way, and they got their ending. But it had so many Emmy nods. They won so many awards. Again, they want to bring it back. But is that a bad thing to do in this franchise, or is there a lot more like oomph in that boat to move forward and bring more content forward? What do you think, Rachel? Do you think that a show like this, after going so well and doing so big numbers, should it come back, or should it be able to be left alone because it had a good finale?
I think if they had an ending in mind and they were able to achieve that ending, you let it be over. You don't try to bring it back. You can do a spin-off if you really want to, I guess, but you don't have to include all of the main cast. Like, spin-offs generally don't include all of the main cast. All of the many Cheers spin-offs only had 1 or 2 cast members that followed it. And they worked for that reason.
Look at Fraser Crane right now too.
Yeah, reboot of Frasier. Why?
It's still going. Still going. That's another spinoff. Still going. But it's a reboot of a
spinoff that got a reboot. It's insane.
I know. It's wild.
So if you want to follow a side character, or maybe one of like a recurring character that wasn't a main character, sure, cool, do it. I've never watched this show, so again, I don't really have a dog in this race. But
you gotta check it out.
We talked about this earlier.
I know, we've talked about it. You gotta check it out.
It's fine. It's okay. Not every show has to be for me. But
yeah, that's true.
I think if the creators wanted to end it a certain way and they achieved it, you don't need to continue it.
Yeah, and that's always the worry. It's always worried because the shows do come back, and then you lose a lot of the heart that you had before, and then they're struggling to make conversations or they're struggling to make storylines that work. And I know that Jason Sudeikis said like he wasn't going to do this, and then they all said they weren't going to do it without him. And they said it was up to him. I know the studio said that, and he must have said he wanted to do something with it. Maybe he came up with an idea that's going to work really well. I do trust him because I trust what he's done with this show. I never thought this would be for me. I'm like about a football team in the UK. Like, is that going to be for me? But honestly, the way they touch on, again, mental illness, it's a big thing they touch on here, and what he goes through and having a mental breakdown and how they address that, and like how it's fine to take therapy in his sessions. People like, he's the nicest guy in the world. Well, why would he need therapy? And then you show behind closed doors what he's actually going through with his divorce and how he's trying to come back from it. And now he's in a foreign country and he's got to run this whole team that he never is meant to be doing. Like, he played regular football, not soccer. So it's interesting how they put these twists on things, and they have a lot of in-depth conversations that come from it. And that's why I think it's a great show too, on top of just being a show about soccer, which is more than that. So if they can get that, I'm not
shitting on the show or anything. Like, people who enjoy it, absolutely.
That's why I was shocked that it was for me. Like, I never thought it was for me.
I'm sure it's good.
You never know, though. You never know, like, what kind of audiences will keep bringing forward. I'm excited about it, but I'm also hesitant. Always hesitant. GR, did you check out Ted Lasso? Have you seen it? Do you believe that this needs to be moved forward again for season 4?
Well, if they want, they can. But I agree with Rachel. They had it. They had a wrap. They had a storyline. Let it go. I'm in the same club with Rachel. I never watched a minute of it.
Oh man, you're missing out. Missing out, Thirsty Daddy.
I saw clips of it, Brian.
Yeah.
Didn't do a thing for me.
I know. The thing is, like, you would never see. I think that until you actually watch it and you see how the characters bring to life and the heart and the joy of it, it's it's a lot different. Yeah, it's not soccer, Edward Hyde, but it's more than that. It's UK, we call it football, of course, there, but it's about more. Like they say, football is life, and but what they do with the character, what they do with it, really, it's about the characters, about the acting, the performances. Honestly, there's Jason Sudeikis. I never would say like I thought I was honestly he's good, but like I never knew he had what he had in him when he actually did this performance as this character. So it's interesting. Lexi, what do you think? Is this one of those things too that the fan base is there? People want more, and should we listen to the audience? That it sounds like they're listening to the audience, like they want more. So let's make it happen. Is that a good thing in this case? I don't think you've watched this either, but is that a good thing for this case to give the audience what they want? Because sometimes the audience isn't right, but sometimes they are. And if there's a story there, shouldn't we get it?
Obviously, I have also not watched this one as well. But, like a show can be about sports. I was a big fan of Eastbound Down, one of my favorite shows. So,
yeah.
One of the best shows I've ever seen. But it doesn't have to be about the subject necessarily. The subject can just be what brings you to the show, kind of, like brings you to the subject, like you were saying. But it never interested me. It never looked like my kind of thing. That's why I never watched it from the get-go. But you guys were always, the first time I ever heard about it was on your show, actually. That was the first time I ever heard of the show.
Oh yeah.
So also it wasn't heavily advertised to me in a way.
We don't watch Apple TV.
Right. Like that's the other thing with a lot of these things, like it just wasn't like properly advertised to me. Another one of these things that just never was like sold to me in the right way kind of thing. Regardless of that, if a creator has an idea of what they want and they, followed through on that, then they should have the right to just be done. And I think when people are like, well, I want more, and you're like, you could sit there and you can go, well, someone hands you enough money and hands you enough, idea that well, this time around you can do this, and this time around you can do this, and you get ideas.
They want to beat the hell out of a dead horse. They don't appreciate a limited series.
That's always a worry.
I'm someone who, I don't want to go back in the day, but I grew up with like OVAs, which were like limited, animes that were literally like 3 episodes or like 6 episodes long. Those are fantastic to me. I miss that. You know what I mean? I miss, miniseries or like, things like that, like 6-episode things, 5-episode things. When Chernobyl came out on HBO, that was one of the best things
great.
I ever watched. I don't want more Chernobyl. You know what I mean? I think Chernobyl is perfect in its form. I think it told exactly what it needed to in its very short run. It did everything it needed to. I hate long form television. Like as much as I hate television shows that keep shortening their seasons. If you gave me 13 episodes a season, give me 13 episodes every season after that. Don't go 8 after that and then 6 after that. Like that's bullshit too. But I'd like a show that can give me 2 solid seasons. If you gave me 2 of the best seasons of television I've ever watched and you did it cohesively, then I will praise your show much more than a show that's on for 26 seasons and it's still going. Right. I don't want to watch that. Every show
when to let something go and when to end something.
Things will always have a lull when they are going on for a very long period of time. There's no way it can't, no matter how deep your story gets or whatever. I'm a big fan of Berserker. Berserker started in 1988 and the creator died in 2008. So it's a long-running series. There's clearly a lull in there somewhere, right? But it's still one of the best things I've ever read in my entire life. That doesn't mean there's not a lull in there somewhere. Between that 30 years.
Everything has that.
Mad Men is my favorite show of all time. I love Mad Men. 7 seasons. That's it.
Beautiful.
And I would not ask for more because there's nowhere else to go with that story. That story has ended. With another show I really enjoyed as for comedies, The Good Place has a solid ending. There's nowhere to go for there.
I love The Good Place. It's so great. It's so great. And the ending is perfect. It's perfect too. Mm-hmm. I still think it's crazy that Jason from The Good Place was the villain on Acolyte from Star Wars. Right? I'm like, how was he like the sexy Sith? I have no idea. But that was Jason. So good for him.
He was a himbo on Good Place. He was still hot. He was just really stupid.
He was really, he was such a good actor, But then the thing about Ted Lasso too is I have hesitancy because it was so good. And again, they could have done like the second season. I feel like was a little step down, but the third season was great. Like the first season was awesome, the third season was great, and it's like the way that it ended, they kind of wrapped everybody's storylines up, in a bow. So it's like they did leave it open to have like a new coaching team come in with some of the other side characters. So maybe we just focus on that with what they do with the team, as opposed to having Ted Lasso come back and just have him be a showrunner and a writer. You could do that, and you let Roy Kent, who was Brett Goldstein, who's been blowing up everywhere. He's also on Shrinking coming out. He's blowing up. He's everywhere. He's fucking great. Stand-up comedian, writer.
But
got himself a job.
You gotta just let things end, because like we all remember the last season of Scrubs.
Oh, that's getting rebooted too now.
Why?
It's coming back. Zach Braff said that they're working on a reboot. They're working on a reboot. Yep.
But Scrubs, you had, I think, what was it, 7 solid seasons, 7 or 8 seasons, and then the 8th or 9th season was a completely different cast. It was awful.
They've been having so much fun with T-Mobile commercials. They're coming back.
The final season of Scrubs is hailed by Scrubs fans as one of the worst seasons of Scrubs. Like, Scrubs fans don't even want another season of Scrubs because this final season was so fucking bad. I dated a Scrubs fan. She fucking hated it. It was the worst thing she ever saw. Miserable. Yeah, not her. Miserable.
Please don't think I'm a Scrubs fan.
No, it was a terrible time in my life. But like, let me tell you, like, when they're mad, like she was mad about that. Like they didn't like that series, and so why would you want to make more of that? Let me tell you, like, the greatest things I've ever watched are an average of 26 episodes. Like, the greatest anime series I ever watched, the greatest television series, the greatest things I ever completed are an average of 26 episodes. 26 episodes is about the average of when I feel something is really going to just finish itself out and be solid. That's about the amount of time you need. 26 episodes, about half an hour an episode. You know what I mean?
I'll give it 5 solid seasons.
Yeah, five seasons.
Five is great. 5 is great, But make them like 18 episodes at least. Yeah. 18 episode season at least. I used to love when he had like 21, 25, 24. 24, the original 24 was 24 episodes, an hour each episode.
Is standard. 12 is standard.
My favorite went 11 and wrapped up totally and let it go.
Yeah.
A little thing called MASH.
Oh, MASH, yeah.
I was in the MASH.
That was one of the greatest shows ever made.
It's still hailed as one of the greatest shows ever made.
Yeah,
you can watch it, and as a guy that's been in combat, you look at that, and they let you know intermittently about the horrors of war without making it about war. Right.
It was a show about the Korean War that lasted longer than the Korean War, but was made during the Vietnam conflict. And it was actually
love
kind of
peace, love, and nappiness.
Was a interesting.
But that last show for 20 years was the most watched television show ever.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you have a hit like that and it goes and it goes and goes, and it's just like there doesn't, but that was needed. Like at that time, it worked really well, and what they were doing with that, like it was very formulaic in a way too, because it was like every episode was like its own thing, right? There was no like big flowing storyline. It was very episodic, that show.
And so that storyline was the love affair between the idiot surgeon and the gorgeous nurse.
Yeah.
Then they took that off and married her off.
Well, that's why that show could go for a long time. A show like Ted Lasso, I worry, because it is narrative driven. It is a storyline they've wrapped up in a bow. It wasn't episodic. Episodic shows can go a long time, unless you do something like 24. Like I said before, like everything is a day, and so you wrap up the whole day in 24 episodes. But this, I don't know. I'm hesitant, everybody, about Ted Lasso. I do love Ted Lasso. I know there's a lot of people that didn't watch in the chat, but I love Ted Lasso. I love what they did with it. I was a little bummed about one thing at the ending, but that's okay. It's okay. You can be, and I think that Ted Sudeikis put a lot of time in it. You know what I mean? Ted Sudeikis, not Ted Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, Jason Sudeikis put a lot of time into it, and I think at the end of the day, he should be probably made. And I hope that he doesn't ruin that by doing another season, unless it is warranted for something. Unless it's got something great, I'll leave it alone. But I'll watch it. I'm just hesitant. Ted Lasso's coming, everybody. Writing's on the wall. Get ready for it.
You don't want to end up like Silicon Valley. Then you'll just be stale and terrible for season after season.
Nobody wants that.
Ended.
Well,
eventually, I rip that Band-Aid off. Eventually, the Band-Aid has to come off.
Yeah.
But Ted Lasso, everybody. We'll see. Anyways, everybody, thank you for being here on Kruse Control. Appreciate you as always. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great time. As always, we're just kicking back. It's celebrating GR's birthday. Happy birthday, GR!
Thank you, sir. I think I'm going to have some more cake.
Yeah, have some cake, and enjoy yourself, GR. This is your day, so you better celebrate, GR. You better celebrate. Have a good time tonight. You know. Anything you want to tell people about your birthday? And you got your birthday message from to the world, GR?
Oh, hell no! I've been too many of them. Like I said, I'm staying at 39 and holding.
Here's to another 39
Yes.
more. Woo!
Yeah.
That already.
What's up?
Make it happen, GR. Make it happen. Appreciate you as always. Thanks for being here, GR. Happy
My
birthday.
pleasure.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Also, yes, of course.
Thank you,
Also, Miss Lexi Koval, thank you for being on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you. Thank you for bringing the facts. And just joining us again, having a good conversation on Monday. Appreciate you, Lexi. Hope you had a great time. Happy Monday.
Well, when you need to know about Skibidi Toilet, I'm your girl.
Skibidi Toilet, Skibidi Yay. I still can't believe that's a thing, but you know what? It's a thing, and it's coming, everybody. Get ready for some Skibidi Toilet.
I'm going to be first in line for the tickets. You know, I hope there's a popcorn bucket. What if there's a popcorn bucket?
It's a toilet popcorn bucket.
If it's a toilet with missiles on it, I need it.
It's gonna be. It's already in the wall. It's already happening. Eat your popcorn out of the toilet. Skibidi Yay. It's happening. It's really happening. Rachel, thank you so much for being here on Kruse Control. As always, appreciate you, Rachel. It's been a great time. Happy Monday.
Always happy to be here on a Monday. And thank you, chat, for all your contributions today. And anyone who's watching out there, I see we have a lot of new viewers. Always feel free to hop in the chat. Tell us how you're feeling. Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah. You're here. We're here for you too. Yeah.
Look at the little banner down there. Like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.
I want to eat popcorn out of a toilet.
Thank you,
That's who.
Lexi wants to eat popcorn out of a toilet.
I
We've
do.
got 3,000 subscribers.
I wanted to eat out of an alien, and now I want to eat out of a toilet.
I hope not.
Oh, guys, I don't know. But anyways,
worse things out of toilets.
Yep, a lot
if you
worse.
Subscribe, we will have Lexi eat popcorn out of a toilet. 3,000 subscriber reward.
Okay, guys, this is too much information.
I will do it.
We'll make it happen. I have a toilet. We'll make it happen. If we get to 3,000, we're gonna make it happen today. We're already at 2,000 subscribers. So hey, the numbers keep going up. So 2017. So thank you all for keeping on, and being a part of Kruse Control as always. So thank you so much. Keep those numbers going. Also, at our first video, had 10,000 views. That was pretty awesome too. That happened this weekend. So first video had 10,000 views. So yeah, it's up to you because you're freaking out there doing it. So thank you so much. Keep those numbers going though. You gotta like and subscribe, join our Patreon if you can. And as always, everybody, spread that love. You gotta tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents from Xenu, from Marsupilami, from any place in the universe, the multiverse, anywhere in place, your parents' backyard, your neighbor's backyard, from a pool, from a pond, or from a swimming sensational like hot spring. They came here and they subscribed. You can subscribe to. Tell those chinchillas, the beavers, those bears, oh my, the kangaroos, all the chickens that peck away at you. And every kangaroo that had a baby that came with Joey, and that Joey came to your backyard and crawled into your underpants and subscribed. They're awesome. We love you so much. And you can subscribe too. And when you subscribe, we'll get to 2 million, 3 million, all the above. And thank you so much. We love you so much. Appreciate you. Have a great Monday. Keep it going.
We're coming for your Skibidi Toilet. We're coming
for the Skibidi Toilets. They'll all subscribe with their missiles. They will. Woo! Anyways, everybody, have a great night. Until Wednesday. See ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.